Previously on Survivor. The 10 remaining players merge into one Merlot tribe. In a battle of memory, Kristen was able to edge out her competition. After the challenge, Detective Sophie put her investigative skills to work.
No.
However, with neither side trying to make a move, Henry pushed for Nick to be the one to go. After finding the first clue, Henry was able to find the merge hidden immunity idol. In a Survivor CNU first, Nick was voted out in a tribal council he was unable to attend in, making him the first member of the jury. 9 remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
Basically, Colin came up to our team and was like,
So the reason why I called this meeting is for worst case scenario, which is why I'm revealing this. This is the hidden immunity idol. I found it behind Looter.
Actually?
This is not a hidden immunity idol, but it looks really damn close to one. The problem is that we cannot play at this tribal council because we don't know who they're going after.
Yeah. And we're like, oh my god, we're saved. Like, wow.
This is the team's idol. So
And it looks very real. It looks very legit. So I think it's real. I hope so.
and I think that we're close enough now. I consider you all like friends.
mm-hmm.
That this idol's being protected, and no matter what happens, this alliance can survive.
Mm-hmm.
Because if all of you know that someone is being voted, your votes can sway it. I know.
I legit, you pulled that out and I was like, not another fake. I can't do this.
I can't do another face.
Not another fake. Henry's a guy who values loyalty, and he wants to feel safe. For 3 challenges now, Henry has not felt safe. People have tried to vote him out. People have been unfaithful to him, and I wanted to show Henry this as well. Like, if he's on our side, he knows that we're for real. If he's on their side, then they know we have an idol, and we are not afraid to use it. Yeah. And so with this, I'm literally proving, hey, I'm showing you all this.
Like Colin showed me Immunity Idol right before the tribal council.
I don't know how the next route's gonna go, so
But I wanted to show it to you so that you would know.
okay.
I've literally given this idol to the team, to the squad, is to protect anyone on this team. And
I
that's,
like how we're called the Pinky Pact team.
yeah, Pinky Pact. Pinky Pact. I'm definitely telling Shaggy, like, right after the meeting, it's not real. And that if I do go out, that I want him to have the knowledge that it's not real, that it's fake. Alright, I'm going... So this is what I did. This is why I did it. Okay. This is not real. This is not real, Shaggy. This is a fake immunity idol.
He took me aside and he said, the idol's fake. I planned out this entire thing. I made sure to bring it. I made sure to get us four together without Henry, and I made sure to show Henry later.
This was so that Henry got on our team. Now here's the thing. I'm not telling Leah and Lily.
Yeah.
because they can't lie if they don't know they're lying. Like, you guys were so convincing because you knew that we had this and you fully believed it. I'm telling you, because Shaggy, you're my fucking survivor husband.
Yeah, of course. I will
And
not.
you're an actor.
I will not tell anyone about this. This is insane.
Do you understand my moves?
Yes, because I was actually kind of upset at you because of what you did, but now I'm like, that just makes it even better. In this huge plan, he's like, I've plotted out every possible scenario, and like, this is the one closest, which, first of all, genius. Second of all, that's terrifying. That makes him a lot smarter than I thought he was. And I don't like that.
I'm playing 4D chess. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
I'm not letting Hannah beat us. I'm getting this thing to the end. I don't care if I win. I don't care if you win. I just want one of the Pinky Pact to make it so we can. So everyone can point to each other and be like, we did this.
But I guess he trusts me enough to tell me it, which is probably a mistake on his part.
Alright. Kristen, I'll take immunity back. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. In this challenge, we will run 3 waves of 3 in a busy bad obstacle course. The winner of each wave will go, compete in a final wave. There is a hidden immunity idol clue around the corner, but there are some rules with this, okay? The only people that can look at it are the ones that are competing in this. The winner of the final wave wins immunity, safe from Tribal Council, has a 1 in 8 shot of winning Service CNU in deep water, and as always, will receive a clue to a new hidden immunity idol, and we'll have to give to someone else. The first wave will be Lily, Kristen, and Henry. As I told you, only these 3. Once I say go, you can go look at the clue. Madison's over there. All right, here we go. 10 spins, cones, ping pong paddle, thrown in the basket. Server's ready. Go. 1, 2. Once you get to 10, you can do the cones. Now want to be careful, the grass is slippery. 3. Henry falling over very quickly. The big guy. 5. 10. Henry is 10 first. Here he goes. Lily's right behind. Got it. Kristen's struggling. The cone fell. Here comes Henry and Lily. If it falls, you can't use your hands. Henry has to go back. Lily has to go. It's dizzy, it's hard. You cannot use your body. You have to bounce it. You can't just hold it up. Henry, the slight lead. Lily, great save. They both make it. All right, don't intrude each other's shots. Here comes Henry. Henry just misses. Lily with a shot. Lily just misses. Kristen just getting to the ping pong paddle. Henry makes it. Henry moves on to the next round. Second wave. Shaggy, Colin, and Hannah. Just like last time, once I say go, anyone of you can go with the clue. Drivers ready. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Everyone move quickly.
5,
No one choose and look at the clue yet.
6,
Come on,
7, 8, 9,
Hannah!
Go!
Colin Ray!
Go!
Gonna go around this way. Shaggy's off the course. Hannah moving quickly. Colin Ray trying to shake it off. Makes it around Shaggy. Alright, it corresponds with where you were. Colin Ray and Hannah moving quickly. Colin Ray! All over the course here. Hannah moving very quickly. It's really close between these 2. Shaggy's right behind. Colin Ray drops right at the end. Hannah makes it. Hannah coming right here. Hannah just misses off the rim. Colin Ray and Shaggy moving quickly. Colin Ray all over the place. Colin Ray 6 times misses it. Hannah, another shot. Can it bounce in? No, just misses. Shaggy makes it. Where did Colin Ray go? Shaggy just misses. Here comes Hannah. Hannah just misses again. I have no idea where Colin Ray is. Colin Ray, look at the clue. Colin Ray can stop looking at the clue. Shaggy wins. We have Leah, Colin, Bowen, Sophie trying to join Henry and Shaggy in the final wave. Once again, you can look at the clue. At any time, once I say go. Trevor's ready. Go! Make sure he stays on the ground, Sophie. Don't hit each other, please.
Whoa, head on the.
Oh, head on it, Sophie. Head on it.
6, 7, 6,
Colin Bunn seems to be the lead. Sophie's
7.
slowing down.
9. What am I at?
7.
Colin Bunn, don't! Colin Bunn needs it somehow. Colin Bunn trying to find his footing. Leah's done.
Right, go right, go right.
10.
Sophie's done. Here we go. Everyone's in it now. Colin Bunn makes a first. Bouncing in. Good save. Couple good saves. It's hard when you're losing. Going backwards now. Leah drops it. Now Sophie's in the lead. Sophie going way off course. Sophie ball drops. Leah drops. Colin Bunn doing spins still somehow. And Colin Bunn makes it. Colin Bunn can start shooting. Dude, I don't even know where I am. And just misses. Leah just drops it. Sophie coming back. Here comes Colin Bunn with another shot. Colin Bunn just misses. Sophie makes it.
Oh, what if he made that?
Colin Bunn just misses. Don't block each other's spots. Sophie misses. Don't block each other's shots. Here comes Colin Bunn. Leah's still trying. Colin Bunn just misses. Sophie just misses. Leah still can't get it. Colin Bunn, you can win it right here.
Yeah!
Colin Bunn moving on to the next round. All right. Final wave for immunity. Colin Bunn, Shaggy, and Henry.
Ding.
Survivors ready. Go! Henry go with the Adam strategy. Jumping. Oh, Henry's slipping already. Henry's stepping on the bat. I paid for that bat. Head on the bat, guys. Henry almost takes a Shaggy out, look like. Henry's done first. The two still working. Henry has a ginormous lead. Shaggy and Colin Bunn at the same exact time. Henry has an easy walk so far. Here comes Henry, a humongous lead, they're still going through the cones. Henry, here he comes. All right, Henry, first try. First try! Here goes Henry.
They practice this.
1, 2, 3.
Here comes Shaggy. Shaggy's good.
4,
Fine, yep.
5,
Shaggy just misses. Colin Bunn doing the circular rotational strategy again. Henry struggling through these. Shaggy just misses. Don't block your shots. Colin Bunn just misses.
What looks dirty?
Henry's still spinning. Shaggy makes it. Shaggy's spinning. Shaggy has still spin. Here comes Henry. Across the boundary. You can't jump. You gotta walk across the entire time. If you step off, you're done. Taking a second.
Whoa.
Yep, there you go. Henry's across. He can throw the dominoes. Colin now on. Shaggy and Colin spinning. Here comes Henry. Here goes Shaggy. Shaggy can jump Shaggy across. Colin Bunn still spinning. Has to go from edge to edge. You have to use all 35 dominoes. Colin Bunn now coming to the balance beam. You cannot jump, Colin. Oh, have to start over again. Colin Bunn makes it. Like on the other side. Henry has a lead. Dominoes can fall quickly though. Does he have the right spacing? Colin Bunn and Shaggy have a lot to make up. Henry moving very quickly. No mistakes so far. Everyone moving very quickly. Everyone wants immunity. All 35 must be used. Henry nearing the finish. He still has a couple dominoes left. He has to fall. He has all
Oh no!
Everything with Henry just falls. Shaggy's down. Colin Buns falls. Shaggy is now in the lead by a lot. Damn it. Shaggy's falls. Everyone is back at the beginning. Literally a domino. Henry's made up a lot of time since his spell. Shaggy and Colin Bun are very similar. All three have different sitting strategies. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. Henry falls again.
Come on, Henry, take your time.
Shaggy and Colin Bun are very close here. Colin Bun might have a slight domino lead, but the spacing is much different. Henry needs to make up time quick. Colin Bun's spacing is very minimal. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it to the end.
I have to make it to the end?
He has to get to the edge to end. How to do it.
Dude, I'm confused. I'm delirious.
Dizzy.
Has to go from edge to edge. You have to look, call me before you hit the dominoes over to make sure you're good. So if you want to knock it over, you have to tell me first. Henry's made up a ton of time. He's caught up to Shaggy now. Everything falls from Henry for the third time. Only part of it though. Half of it fell. Colin Bun now needs to spread it out. Yeah, dude, it's between Shaggy and Colin Bun here. I'm ready.
Darn.
Call me when you're ready. You have to look at me and tell me you're ready to make him fall.
I'm ready to make him fall.
Alright, Colin is ready to make him fall and see. Colin Bun.
Oh my god!
Oh, so close.
Shaggy, just 4 away. Okay, Colin Bun, come get it. Turn around. Shine. You are safe in tribal council.
Defeated?
1 in 8 shot of winning this game. You have a decision to make. Here's a clue to your new immunity idol. Who are you gonna give it to?
I'm gonna give it to Leah.
Leah. Get the clue. All right. I'll see you guys in 3 days tribal council. Have a good night.
So right as soon as the challenge ended, Colin, Henry, Sophie, Kristen, and I got together and started talking about what our plans were for the vote, because we for sure want to get one of the 4 out.
But yeah, I think we need to tell them that we're gonna vote Shaggy and then switch the vote.
So we were talking about who we're voting out next time, since Colin Bun has the immunity idol. Or, I mean, he has immunity.
We talked about who we were thinking to vote out. And what we decided was that we were going to tell everyone we were voting for Shaggy, because he was one of the top 3 and is more of a threat.
We can tell them that we're voting Shaggy because he did pretty well at the challenge.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Because he's good
That's,
at stuff.
yeah, that's smart.
He did well. He made it to the other 3.
But Lily's the only person right now that we think might not have an idol or be using another person's idol.
And we all decided it's going to be Lily. But we're going to try to make the other team think that we're voting for Shaggy.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll probably be. They might talk to you guys. 'Cause they talked to you about Nick, right?
We're the middlemen.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, no.
Henry and I were going to talk to Lily, Shaggy, Leah, and Colin, because Henry and I are kind of like in the middle of the 2 groups, I feel like. So both alliances trust us. So we were going to talk to Lily, Leah, Shaggy, Colin alliance.
And then they're going to talk about who they want out, which is probably me, because of
Which
how
is
well I
where
did.
you need to talk to Lily.
I think Lily.
But
I think Lily likes you. I don't think
like,
none of these gonna vote you.
definitely go to Lily and be
I
like,
will.
hey, like,
She'll
what
probably
is your
contact
tribe
me.
doing?
And also,
Actually, no, she'll probably go for you.
That's what I was thinking.
I think
Because
Lily
Lily
hates
hates
you.
me,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't be surprised. And we're trying to think about if they do play an idol, their votes might be the ones that send someone home. So that's been a worry, especially for me, because I know that they've been gunning for me.
I found immunity idol, so that was super sweet. But I don't know when to use it yet. But one of the rules says I can, tell me if I'm wrong, but I can only use it when there's more than 5 people left in the game. Oops. Yeah. But I'm thinking if I don't use it and I get voted out, it sucks to suck, because I'll be out. So.
Yeah, Henry.
Oh,
Henry has
okay.
one. Okay. So he told everybody after the challenge, not everybody, but the Red Scare Alliance, that he has the idol. It was like under the voting booth or something. So I was like, okay, that's cool.
He told me at the beginning that he wouldn't tell me the clue until after tribal, and then I found out what the clue was after tribal, and it was that it was going to be under the tape, the voting booth. And I was like, well, that was kind of smart on his part because he was going to get the idol before he would have to tell us the clue anyways. So it's kind of sneaky on his part, but I respect him for it.
Oh, and then at that time, I told them that I got the immunity idol. And then they really have trusted me now because of that, I think.
But also, I know you don't like lying, but like, just don't mention
Oh yeah, you
your
have to
idol
lie, by the
to
way.
her.
You can't play the whole game with that.
Do not tell
Like,
anything about the
You don't have to lie, but just never bring it up.
Because you having the idol has, you're right up here.
Yeah,
like
that
you're,
means that they'll automatically
Not vote you.
not vote for you.
But the thing is, they don't have enough votes to get you out anyway.
Yeah.
True.
Henry's an interesting guy because I feel like I trust him, and he says things to me that make him seem really trustworthy. And his favorite phrase is like he hasn't lied yet in the game, which could be a straight up lie too. So
Henry, Hannah, and I kind of like alliance within all of it. So, I don't know.
The most trust I have is Hannah. I trust her the most.
I want to trust Henry so bad because I feel like hasn't lied at all in the game. I feel like he's played the most honest game. So I actually do trust Henry. I think he feels good about the alliance that he has with me and Hannah. But I don't know because I feel like he could go anywhere.
but at the same time, you got to be careful with someone who's playing both teams because it just takes one small decision to make them flip, and you don't want that.
I had a conversation with Lily.
So, I'm telling you this not to... First of all, a few things. First of all, you have to promise me it won't break up, have you have any different opinions of our alliance.
Okay.
I'm just telling you this because I want you to know it. So, secondly, yeah, this is the person that this happened with did not do it specifically did it because to strengthen the alliance. Colin's idol is fake. And I feel like you should know that.
Shaggy tells me, so you know that idol Colin Blunt told you about? It's fake. And I was like, fucker, another fake fucking idol. I can't. I'm like, just, where's the real idol? I don't know. Is there's no real idol. It's just, everybody's fake. And I'm just like, it's fine.
He was like, don't tell anyone. Like, I told Lily because Lily's the person I trust most in this game. And she was kind of upset that he didn't tell everyone.
I mean, first of all, whoa. But second, like, he sat there and was like, this is for the alliance, it belongs to us.
And that's when he told me about this. He did tell me he said this similar thing. He was like, I'm doing this for alliance, and I personally trust him.
I mean,
and I do think the only reason he didn't tell the whole alliance is because to make it seem, to convince the other tribe more better.
This whole, I don't like this whole idol thing. Like, I wish we'd been a part of this plan. I think he doubted our acting skills that we could, he's like, to make it real, like they needed to think it was real.
I get why he didn't tell you guys. I don't agree with it, but I kind of get it.
I'm a theater, bitch, please. I'm a theater major.
Yeah, but it's not something we can really talk to him about because if he knows I told you, he is not going to be happy at all.
I mean, I don't like it, but
I know I don't like it either.
Shaggy, I trust because Shaggy told me, and then it kind of became weird with Leah. We're like, it's not my place to tell her, but I didn't want her to feel like she was the last to know.
I just, again, you're my ride or die.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you're the one that I trust most, and I think you should know this.
But I don't know, I was disappointed. I was like, why so many lies? And it felt dishonest. Like, it wasn't targeted. In a way, he said, like, Colin Bunn told Shaggy that he lied to us to protect us. And I don't know if I'm like, for that. Like, I'm like, okay, sure, whatever.
Who's our ticket this week? Yeah.
I really want to. Can we manage that?
I think we can.
We've tried.
Shaggy really wants Hannah out. So I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I've put you on hold. You've been patiently waiting, and now we can get Hannah out.
I'm so done with these fake idols, bruh.
So, have you told anyone that you have this idol?
Yes.
Okay,
I've actually told everybody.
At this point, there's multiple idols out there, and I only know the true location of one of them, thanks to Henry Womble.
On Friday afternoon, during the pumpkin painting cab event, Colin, Bun, and Leah were there. So we sat down, we talked together.
And so we go and meet, and he's telling me about what happened, how he has a clue, and Leah comes in. She was walking by, so it now becomes me, Henry, and Leah talking. And as we're talking, he reveals he has an idol. He found the idol in the way he found it. And we begin going through the list of the people that we want. Honestly, if we should probably take out whoever is the biggest challenge threat.
Yeah. I didn't want to get either Colin out.
Kristen is a challenge threat, and she's crafty.
Well, I only saw her do well in that one challenge. So, but I'm willing to go ahead and just get rid of as many people as I can.
I am a strong believer on Kristen because I was in Mystery Gang with her, and she told me that she was voting for someone, and she lied to me twice when she voted for someone else.
But eventually it wants to being Kristen out because they both voted for me twice, and they both literally lied to my face. But I have to act like I forgive them now. But in the long run, I'm like, ooh, I want you guys out so bad.
Henry really wants to get Christian out, but I agree that I don't really understand why he wants Christian out so bad. I feel like she'd be fine if we kept her in a little longer. We really want to get out Hannah.
So, what are your thoughts on Hannah and Colin Ray?
They fear me.
Yeah, they're dangerous. I don't trust Hannah at all.
Well, yeah, what was your impression of Hannah? Because you were on a team with her for a little bit.
You're on the same team as us. What? You're on the same team as us. What do you think of Hannah?
Hannah is so smart, she's so knowledgeable, knows so much about the game, but she's willing to do anything. She's thinking so far ahead.
Yeah. So we're hoping that's 5 of us, and we just get a pick of whoever we want to vote out tomorrow. But that makes me feel like it's a little too easy. I feel like something bad has to happen because it seems way too easy that we just have a pick of who we want to vote off.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Lily right now?
Lily?
Yeah.
I trust her.
Yeah. Lily she's a good player, but she's trustworthy.
Yeah,
she hasn't
she's very
lied
loyal.
to us. Loyal, hasn't lied. Same with Shaggy, same with you.
Yeah.
I think that's the strongest part of this alliance is that we stay together, we're loyal. One step at a time. We're taking this one step at a time. Get Kristen out. Get the numbers.
My goal is to have everyone think that I'm on their side. And then 30 minutes later, I met with Shaggy and Einstein. We talked for a long time.
I talked to Henry just now, right just before this.
I'll just do that. Okay. So, the night of the merge. You know how there was the brown paper bags? Yep. There. Yeah. When I pull my buff out of the bag, there was also a hint that was in it. Oh. That hint, I didn't want to show anybody because I didn't know who I could trust at the time. Okay. Right? Because I wasn't part of any alliance because we just literally merged right then and there. Okay.
And I told him that I think the other members in the Pinky Pact alliance wants to go Kristen, so he should go Kristen too. So he wants to go Kristen.
Basically, those are the only two things we can focus on right now. Yeah. We're voting on Kristen this time. What we know is I have an immunity idol, Colin has an immunity idol. Okay. 2 of us have it, and we have the numbers. Those 4, they don't have the numbers at all. So it's totally up for grab. Or we can just knock each person off. Yeah, obviously.
So I talked to, the only people I really talked to was Colin and Henry.
Yeah.
And when I came over, they were already talking, and like they had a list out of like the 5 of us and the 4 of them. So they were basically saying they think they would Kristen out first.
Yep.
And then get the others.
How do you feel about that?
I think I'm okay with that.
I don't really.
Of course, I know. Of course, I want Hannah or Colin out first.
Yeah.
But I don't know how willing. So the thing is I tried asking Henry what his thoughts were on Hannah because he's never like really said.
Yeah.
And as soon as I asked him, he immediately went, "Oh well, Colin, you were on the Blue Crew. What do you think about Hannah?"
We're mainly, the thing I don't like though is like we're mainly kind of going with what Henry says because we want him to be in our alliance. But I feel like he has too much power right now, especially because he's also like a really good player.
And I have an idea I want to present to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously want to get Kristen, Hannah, and Ray off first. So if that does happen,
we don't need Kristen out. That's the thing. There's no reason
I know.
to vote Kristen out.
I really don't want to give Henry too much power. So me and Shaggy were thinking about voting off Hannah instead and getting Sophie and Lily in on it.
And what we do is we tell Henry we're voting Sophie, but instead I say we vote Henry because I think he's so much more dangerous after that.
So
I'm saying if it does
fun
get to that
fact,
point.
fun fact, I'm talking to Sophie right after this.
Oh really?
In good context.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the thing. I want you and Lily to be in the final 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you something, and you have to, 1, swear to not tell anybody this,
Mm-hmm.
and 2, you have to promise to, if this person says something about it that I'm gonna say, you have to act surprised like you didn't know.
Okay.
Because I could get mad.
Okay.
Colin's idol is fake.
Is it really?
He told me right after the challenge.
Shaggy immediately tells me that Colin's idol is fake. I'm like surprised but not. Like I don't know what the hell to think now. Like that really scares me.
But yeah, that does make me a little worried now that we're not sure who has the very first idol.
Yes, which is which takes me back. Here's the thing. I don't think Hannah. Do you think Hannah would have voted out Gabe if she could play the idol?
I'm wondering if she's keeping it as much as she can until like she knows she's going out.
She would. Do you think she would vote out Gabe for that?
Maybe. I don't know. I think she could have it.
Can we risk it?
So, I'll say, because originally in this game, I was trying to make big moves and everything like that, and then I was thinking, wow, this tribe that I'm on, you know, it's stupid to try to backstab them when everything's going pretty good with us.
I didn't trust anyone for like a while, but now I realize that you guys are like really trustworthy, and I really like this alliance. I really like this alliance, and like this is really nice.
And now, again, like I said last time, the problem is I've actually started to like really be friends with them and like really care about them. So my mind is getting away from super survivor mode and into actual real life mode, and I don't like that, but I'll figure it out.
Here's the thing. So Colin and Henry have said something.
Oh, really?
So have they talked to you about the final 5 before?
So it's like, you can totally get to the final 5, and then it's just the 5 of us, and, you know, then it becomes, you know, like a gentleman's game, where if you're last on the immunity challenge, then you're voted off first.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I'm not losing this game because we all agreed to something. That's not gonna work for me.
But then, like, Henry would most likely win. Either Henry or Colin would most likely win, and then that means, like, I'm immediately out because I'm horrible at everything. So anyway, like, I don't want to do that. I probably agreed to it, but I don't remember that.
We just vote whoever does the worst.
Oh, yeah, Colin did mention that.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like that because I'm very bad at
I don't like that either. Okay,
thank God. I was so glad because I was
Okay.
really, in my confessional, I like told Trevor, I was like, I don't remember agreeing to that. I was like, what?
All we need is Lily. And I don't like the idea. As much as I don't like it, we might just have to backstab.
But anyway, so thankfully Shaggy immediately was like, yeah, I don't like that either. So like, I was like, thank God I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Wait, this is gonna sound bad, and I'm not gonna. Don't tell Lily this. Don't tell Lily this. And because I trust Lily completely, and I really like her, but I just don't want to. I don't want to say this in front of her.
Yeah.
I think we're the two that pretty much are good, are set.
I agree,
we're pretty
because
set.
We're like under the radar, but at the same time not like completely.
Yeah, which is why I want to. So I want, because I want to start doing things.
So now I feel like I trust Shaggy a lot more. But
Because honestly, I don't exactly trust Henry yet. Like, yeah, he's on our like team, but he just came on, and the others seem to trust him a little bit, but I really don't. So, like, I've finally come to trust the rest of my tribe.
The person who I have the least amount of trust is actually on my side, and that's Sophie. And then Kristen is probably close to her too. I just want them out so badly just because they voted for me twice.
What's up? Okay, so, like, who would you call your alliance? Because
my alliance that I trust decently, kind of, sort of, maybe, is me, Leah, Lily, and Colin.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then mine is Kristen, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Hannah and Colin Ray.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what Henry's
And
doing.
then there's Henry in the middle. Who are you closest with?
Kristen.
Kristen? Like, I'm closest with Lily.
Yeah, Kristen is definitely like, we've been there from the very beginning kind of thing.
Yeah. Me and Lily, that's the same thing with me. That's who I'm closest with.
Okay. I'm trying to think who would be beneficial to vote out.
Who are you, like, most scared of in this game?
Henry.
Henry, definitely?
Yeah.
Okay.
Henry or Colin Bunn.
Okay. I will be honest with you. I'm terrified of Hannah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be completely honest here. We've tried to get her out twice.
Hannah?
And the first time she slipped out, the second time she backstabbed Gabe to get away.
Currently I'm working with Hannah, and very lightly, to say the least. Because I know that her and Colin, Ray, are...
Yeah. The thing with Henry is...
Well, he has
Ever
an idol.
since Henry's been... I know. Ever since...
You know he got an idol?
Yeah. I found that out.
Who told you?
He did.
He told you?
He's kind of starting to come in our fore and starting to call the shots, which I don't like.
That's interesting because
I don't like that.
He originally told Kristen and I that we were an alliance, and he told us to keep hush. I say we flip this shit and go Henry.
Henry tonight? This time? Yeah, Henry is just...
I'm calling her.
He literally, like...
He knows what he's doing now.
Here's the thing. Last time, I was like, hey, let's get Hannah out. He was like, well, I want Nick. This time, I was like, hey, let's get Hannah out. He was like, I don't know. And Leah, I was talking to Leah earlier, and, like, she said that she was talking with Henry and Colin.
Mm-hmm.
And, she was talking with Henry and Colin, and she mentioned Hannah, and Henry was like, I don't know, Colin, what do you think about that? Like, instantly changing. He has not said anything about Hannah, and he keeps pushing it off. So I don't know if there's something going on there.
There could be a chance that everybody is actually voting for me tonight, and I have no idea. You don't know what you don't know, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, we want to vote Kristen, and we wanted the other team to think we're voting Hannah. From the information I was told, I talked to Shaggy, and Shaggy said that Sophie came to him and said that she wanted to vote Henry.
So, they desperately want Henry out. Desperately.
Who's they again? Sophie?
Sophie, Colin, Kristen, and Hannah.
Okay.
Desperately want Henry out.
Okay.
Sophie has proven to be a little bit more flexible. Like, she's willing to, if we get Henry out, she'd like say she want to work with us. Players like Henry, I trust him until I don't. It's like the reverse boy who cried wolf. He's the boy who always cried not wolf, and then I'm terrified for the day he does cry wolf. And the second he does, I'm gonna be like, I knew it, I shouldn't have trusted him. Like, you know, he's playing an honest game, and he right before voting Nick out, I kind of told him, like, I really hope that I can trust you. Like, I know you. He's like, I've played a really honest game. I haven't, and nobody else can say that. And I'm like, you're not wrong. I just hope it's still the case tonight.
But, so I don't know what to do. Should we just stick with the plan?
Yeah.
And go for, but the thing is, I don't like how much Henry's telling us what to do.
He's not.
Not telling us, yeah, I don't know. I like our 4.
A thing that Shaggy's been concerned about is that he feels Henry's been telling us what to do, and I'm like, no, we're in charge here. And then I'm like, wait, are we? Like, you know, I guess that was his idea, and I just kind of went along with it. So like, in a way, I'm okay with him feeling like he has the power. Like, nobody tells me what to do. Oh shit, he just told me what to do.
I think it's a good, I do believe that this is the week to get Kristen out.
Yeah.
Because she's a good competitor.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have immunity, which is a rare opportunity.
Yeah.
So I think we should get her out.
Okay.
And
Can we please get Hannah out next time?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as we're getting out Hannah, that's all I care about.
We're thinking about Kristen this week because she's a competition beast, and now's a good, rare opportunity to get her out without the idol, or without the immunity idol.
And what did you make of the clue?
Well, it looked like a map, but it was just a map of Virginia, so it didn't really matter. But then like the rivers were labeled or something, so I thought that could mean like res halls, and then I didn't really see much. I was only there for like 30 seconds.
But then he went to go look at the clue, and we talked about it a little bit later, and he was just kind of completely confused by the clue. He didn't quite remember it, and I was like, you should have paid attention for more details. He said it was just like a map of the rivers of Virginia, which obviously correlate with all the dorms on campus or residence halls. But he was like, but it was just that. And I was like, nothing else. There wasn't anything else. Because I feel like there was probably something else that pointed towards a direct residence hall or something like that. He was like, no, it's just a picture. So either he's lying to me or he just actually was not paying enough attention to find the specific clue, which is fine.
Sophie, Kristen, and Hannah have been wanting Lily, or Colin, or Shaggy out. Leah's cool. But then Lily, Shaggy, or Colin out. Colin won immunity. And then I feel like Lily's a bigger threat than Shaggy. So they're aiming for Lily.
Yeah, what's going on? And I played his side. I played devil's advocate. I told them to vote for Henry.
Okay.
Because, and my reasoning was because I know they won't.
Yeah.
But I told them because he made the top 3 that I was worried about him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I asked Shaggy if he knew of anybody who had idols, and he said Colin bought in Henry. And I was like, Henry has one? And like, I was there playing, like, what? And he was like, yeah, Henry told us that he had an idol.
He told.
Okay. So I told them to vote Henry.
I was really confident with Henry, but then he seems his whole like not lying thing kind of
is scarier than lying.
Yeah. Because I think we need to stick with our majority while we have it, and start voting out the other people. Just because I personally don't feel like because of my history with the 4 of them, there's no chance of working with them necessarily. So I think I should keep with the people who seem to trust me.
Dude, I told you, I'm trying to make top 5, and I'm making sure our group makes top 5. Because honestly, I don't care who wins. As long as the top 5.
I just want to make top 5.
That's what I want.
Because I don't want to leave the game too early, you know?
Yeah.
Depending on how this tribal goes, it's gonna affect a lot. We don't want one of our people going home. And if one of our people does go home, I really want immunity now.
or Henry really should get immunity because people are going for him.
Before, last tribal council didn't lie at all. But now since things are getting a little bit more interesting, now I have to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being so manipulative with so many people.
Similar to Henry, I'm happy they're with us instead of against us. I just hope that they are with us.
But right now, everybody thinks I'm on their side. But after tonight, everyone's gonna know what's up.
Alright. Introducing our first member of the jury, Nick. As always, Nick is just part of the jury. He is here just to collect information for a decision he'll have to make at Final Tribal Council. So, Sophie, how would you say Merlot tribe is getting along?
I honestly feel like we're getting along pretty well. I don't think there's any pressing things.
Okay. Lily, have you noticed a divide within this tribe?
Well, I think there's not a lot of communication, which is always concerning. It feels like, what are you doing? Well, I don't know. What are you doing? Well, what are you doing? And it just feels very like, yeah, it just it's alarming. I feel like we show up and we all had very different weeks with very different like exchanges of information. I think half of us still don't know what's happening. So
Conrad, you were nodding your head pretty emphatically.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, I don't hear from many people, I feel like, so I don't know, I'm nervous, I don't know.
And Kristen, you literally just walked in here, so you haven't heard much from people. Does that concern you with what happened last tribal council?
A little bit, because everything I've heard has been not in person. So there's always like that element.
Leah, going along with what Lily and Conrad were saying, how important are past tribal lines?
I don't know. I guess I would say it's kind of important because like those are the people you've communicated like with the most throughout the game. Or like other people in other tribes, you're kind of like forced to like start a connection like right away. Like you haven't like been able to like build it up.
So Colin Bunn, with that in mind, how important was winning immunity?
I think that it was like pretty important because you never know who's going home at any given time. And I know, like, for instance, first member of the jury, Nick, I'm not sure, like, you knew that you were going home. Yeah, I don't know. Like, anyone can go at any time. And it's just really comforting to have this little guy because he means that I can't go home, which is really nice.
So, Hannah, how important is trust in this stage of the game?
I think it's important, but it's a hard thing to get 100%. So, like, you're trusting someone maybe, like, 22%, but the next person's 23. So you know that 1% does make a big difference when you go to tribal. So I think the trust is very hard to get, and it's not always 100% what you thought it was going to be in the first place necessarily.
Shaggy, do you have these struggles with trust, just as Hannah was describing?
Yeah, it's trust in this game is something where you always kind of have in the back of your mind, am I going home? Can I trust these people? But there comes a time where you just have to stick with it and say, I have to trust these people because that's the only way. Trust is everything in this game. And you can't go through the whole game saying, I can't trust anything. There has to be a point where you say, these are the people I trust most. And that's what is going to happen.
Lily, does the fact that the jury has now started affect your social game at all?
I think so. I think so. I mean, it's up until like there's been huge phases in the game. Like when we started out in our tribes, like the first week, it was very like, you know, take it one week at a time. I don't want to get on anybody's bad side. You don't like if you're safe, you don't have to worry about voting somebody out. So like let's not, and let's just totally like not have to get into the dirty, sticky side of things. But now it's become an individual game, and of course it's an individual game that you can't win it individually though. But so you do rely on other people, and it's kind of it's Hunger Game. It's me or them, and it's very. You hope that these people, whoever the three, you know, the 3 that make it to the end, they're gonna have had something to play in the entire jury being where they are. So I think it's a matter of hoping that they can respect it from a game perspective. And I think that just comes from being smart and not mean. I think you rub people the wrong way when you tell them something and you backstab them. So I think that's the thing of, you don't want to be the reason somebody went home because you told them one thing. Like, I probably wouldn't vote for someone that told me to my face that they were there for me and then.
I feel like a broken record when I say this, but there has still, we are at the final 9, and I have yet to see a real hidden immunity idol play. So, Henry, how much does that surprise you that we have still not seen a hidden immunity idol played?
Yeah, there's a lot of trouble casters that happen, and I think whoever gets an immunity idol will play at the right time.
Well, despite ending on a lighthearted note, one of you will join the jury. Alright, with that, it's time to vote. Shaggy, you're up first.
I'm sorry, I don't know you that well, but
Pretty pleased with the cherry on top, I swear to God. Let's hope this works.
Who should do? I'm the deciding vote. This is so intense. Alright, people are gonna hate me after this vote, so things are gonna get dicey.
I'll go try the vote. If anybody has the hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Kristen. Lily. Kristen. It's 2 votes Kristen, 1 vote Lily. Lily. That's 2 votes Kristen, 2 votes Lily. Kristen. 3 votes Kristen now. Tied again. 3 votes Kristen, 3 votes Lily. 3 votes left. Kristen. That's 4 votes Kristen, 3 votes Lily, 2 votes left. Lily. 4 votes Kristen, 4 votes Lily, 1 vote left. 9th person voted out of Star CNU in Deepwater and the 2nd member of our jury. Lily. Lily, you need to bring your torch. Lily, Trevor's talking. I'm ready to go.
So much for honesty, Henry.
Well, half of the tribe seems pleased with the vote. The other half, not so much. The lines have definitely been drawn tonight. Okay, we step back to your dorms. Have a good night.
It was a close one. I am bummed. I didn't feel great going into it anyways, but I think it felt fishy from the start, and despite any tactics, we may have tried a last-ditch effort, but I think, yeah, unfortunately, Colin Ray lied, and Henry lied, which was probably more shocking. And like I said in Tribal, I will take that into consideration. Like, it's one thing, I get it if you have a game to play, but I don't know, I think he can't say he's an honest player anymore, and that's that. But it's been fun, and now I might actually get some sleep, so we'll see.
Next time on Survivor, the Pinky Pact begins to crumble.
Which was the worst decision imaginable that they could have made.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Who is someone who no one would ever expect me to work with?
But they may not be the only unstable alliance.
But the more that Henry plays this game, the more I think he could possibly win.